Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are, CDR Sunday night, and it is CDR Nerf Pack. Evening, Clay. Let's go. Let's have this. It's good to be back. And it's raining. We had rain here on Friday night, so we've got rain here in qualifying. Let's see whether it's just for Q1, 2, and 3, or whether it's the race as well. Lads will need an inter setup here. We did have rain Friday, as I said, so it was good fun. So there we go then. Weather forecast is rain, 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 and more rain. So that is a wet quali 1, a wet quali 2, and a wet quali 3. Everyone will be on inters. Who's going to enjoy the rain? Osu Bosu, evening bud. As Gould says in the chat, sunny Britain as per normal. Yeah, I think most of the lads will be putting in quite a bit of fuel, going round and doing lap after lap after lap. Don't see it getting any drier as time goes on, but we'll see. See if I have no grip, has no grip, or whether he tops the leaderboard again as he did last week. A Red Bull and an Aston coming out. Who have we got on the track? There we go. We've got a Red Bull of Nat out there. No Dino this evening. I'm not sure I've seen any comments from him. He might be having an evening off. He might be there watching in the background. We don't know. Gainful odds. He's coming there as well. It is wet everywhere this evening. King Panda's there as well. There he is. He's leading the pack. Spices things up, having a little bit of rain every now and then. Gives the drivers a little bit more to look forward to than just a straightforward dry race. So we'll see what sort of lap times we do get. Just knock that sound down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. Yo, wee rabby lad, where are we tonight? How come you can't make it? Yeah, Clay, that's what the weather's going to be like this year for you when you're down there. It's going to be raining. Evening, pint size. Good to have you here. Panda's just started his lap. That's why. Good lad. King Panda has actually invalidated. So that's not a good start for him. We've got Gainful on a lap as well. Nat's on a lap as well. Nat's slightly ahead of Gainful, so we'll just stay on with him for a second. That's a 31.7 for Sector 1. Sure the lads will... Oh, Gainful almost invalidating there. As Nat comes round, he does indeed come round the corner. Drifting wide there. How he stayed in track limits there, I've no idea. So Nat coming around to finish. Finishes lap around the final corner. First time on the board will be him. And it's a 141.8. So we'll jump on with Gainful. He is next. He's not going in the pit. He is finishing his lap. There you go. Gainful goes in there. 42.4. We've got a Haas coming round now. That is Max. Easy. Oh, we've got Annika Repeat there with a 41.2. So Max crosses the line. 45.7. We've got T-Bag there on a wet set of tyres. I've got no grip. He's coming around to finish a lap. Anderson's there as well. I've got no grip. Looking fast. There he goes. I've got no grip. Indeed, it does have grip. And he's gone fastest on the timesheet so far with a 40.5. Who's next across the line? Wookie is on a lap. He's only just started his lap. Kane is coming through sector 2. Panda is going to be the next one across the line. I think James Brown. No, James Brown's invalidated. So Panda will be the next one across the line. There we go, King Panda slotting in himself into P5. We've got Kane coming through sector 3 now. Anarchy Reaper 40.5 goes in top of the leaderboard so far. Times are dropping. Rain still coming down. As Kane has invalidated. I'm not sure how he did that. Just getting out of the way there. Clay on a lap. Just started his lap. James Brown coming through. So Luckman is still in the pits, also still in the pits, Gould still in the pits, Wookie's put in a 42, that was an Aston of James Brown on a 40.7, T-Bag just starting his lap, Kane is invalidated again, Clay coming round, finish sector 2, so quite a difference there, 139 for Nat. So the dry line is appearing, you can see that down the centre of the track now. As Clay is making full use of the drier line. And we're on the final corner. Not pitting, staying out to finish his lap. As Max puts it in the pit lane. And Clay goes P10 with a 41.7. There's T-Bag. T-Bag coming through sector 1. He's on a lap. Oh, Kane is starting a lap. As I've got no grip, finds more grip and goes 139.644. Where's T-Bag? T-Bag's invalidated. Kane coming through sector 1. See if he's improving it, because, oh no, he can't, because he hasn't got a time on the board yet. He's invalidated. 32-4 for him. Kane is really struggling here this evening. He cannot put a lap together. With T-Bag, he's on a lap, so he's not yet set a time, but he's good for this lap. Just coming through sector 2. Drifting a little bit there for T-Bag. Back's just sliding around all over the place. Them Ferraris do like it. Keeping his tyres cool in the slightly off track. Wookie with a 39 flat in the other Ferrari. As T-Bag makes his way through the final couple of corners, keeping it within track limits, and takes him to the line. Where will he go? Oh, he goes wide. T-Bag with a 140.4. Doesn't invalidate, luckily, but gets a time on the board. Luckman just leaving the pits there. Also, it's on a lap. Gould is on a lap. Wyke is just behind Gould. Kane is in the garage. He's coming out though. And we've got a Haas moving in the garage as well. That'll be Max coming out again. Gould just coming down the back straight. And we've got Clay with a lap. Wow, 139.5 puts himself P4. And we've got no grip, finding more grip. One to the 37s, into the 37.8. CB Gould goes for P11. Osso Bosso, he's coming round. We've got a McLaren. That'll be Housey. Is he on a lap? He's not improving there. Out lap Gould, T-Bag. Osso Bosso coming around the final couple of corners. Osso Bosso across the line in P6. Who else have we got on a lap? No one's really improving there. We've got James Brown. Alec Reaper's popped up there into P2. Kane, he's on that lap going round, start his lap. Luckman is just starting a lap. Max is invalidated going around there, so he's about to start a lap, so we'll jump back on him shortly. King Panda, we're only going to lose 3 drivers here. T-Bag's drifting again. Let's jump on with Kane. Let's hope he doesn't invalidate again. So Kane through sector 1, 30.6. Good time there from Kane. Has it stopped raining? No, it's still raining. The Ferrari there, is that T-Bag? It is. T-Bag's improving. T-Bag has pitted. Kane coming through. Luckman. A Mercedes there as well. James Brown on an outlap. So looking to get a time on the board. So Luckman crosses the line. 142.2. Max is coming around the final couple of corners. Kane's coming around the corner first. Kane crosses the line to 39.2. Max crosses the line. Max goes to 38.6, puts himself in P5, so the pressure was on him there to do that. 42, there's 2 minutes 34 left in the session. So we'll have a chance to do a recharge and go again. These times are dropping quickly. Panda, Riker's up 1.3 seconds. Riker coming round to cross the line. Riker goes up there, P3, 37.9. And we've got a McLaren House, he goes top at 37.8. I missed that one. Aniki Reaper coming through sector 2, he's 1.1 seconds up. Times are dropping. Luckman's invalidated, but he's got 1 minute 38 to get back. King Panda. Chips on an outlap. 1 minute 25 left. As Aniki Reaper goes 37 flat. King Panda goes P6. Luckman's out on a lap. James Brown, he's on a lap. He's 3/10 up in sector 1. Kane. Yeah, Clay might be going out. These times are dropping. So everyone's Clay's retired, no grips retired. Luckman's 8/10 up. T-Bag's on an outlap. Where's Gould? Everyone's improving here. James Brown isn't improving. Also, Bosso still on the pits. Ship is improving half a second. So is that Nat? No, who's coming down the back straight? There it is. That's Aniki Reaper. He's not improving there. McLaren going across the line. Housey stays with this. That's a finish. So everyone has now got a lap. Who's coming across the line there? That is Aniki Reaper. Is he going to improve? We've got Gameful up there as well. Wow, lap from him. Aniki Reaper stays there. He's finished. Gameful coming down the back straight, not improving. Housey up by a 10th. Riker. Hash coming around there. It's not them. It's Anderson. Anderson jumps up to P4. Max is coming round the final couple of corners. Is Max improving? Max jumps up to P8. He's improved slightly. We got Luckman's finished. Ferrari coming across the line. That is Wookie goes P2. And who was that? That was Gould up there to P5. James Brown is in the danger zone. He's up by 1.1. T-Bag is up by 2 seconds. That's a 38.4. Might not be enough. James Brown coming round the final couple of corners. So it's him. There comes James Brown up to P5. T-bag. He's come across the line, jumps up to P4. So that is Luckman is out, Clay's out, Osso is out. So we will move on to Q2. So saved by the skin of his teeth is Kane with a 139.2. 3/10 clear of Osso in P16. Ah, Dino. Hello, good evening, Dino. Welcome back. Just wondering where you were at the start. Evening, Marshall. Nice to have you here watching. Hope everyone's okay. So, we have got you and your dad. Excellent, that's what we like. So there we go. Anarchy Reaper puts in the fastest time of Q1 in changing conditions with a 1:37.099. Half a second clear of Wookie. And then just confirmation there, we are losing Luckman, Clay, Osso out the bottom three. Just 18 drivers here this evening, so we just lose 3 in the first drop zone, and next time we will be losing 5 and get top 10, go through to Q3. Evening, Dino's dad. Wasn't it your mum you were watching with last week? Bring the family to CDR. Excellent stuff. No, also you'll be fine. You'll be on the podium. Guarantee it. So, everyone on Inters again. Kane, he's on a lap. Who's up the front? Is that King Panda? It certainly is King Panda. It's still wet out there. King Panda comes round, start his flying lap. How's he going out the pits? Yeah, also, bribery is great. If you bank transfer me that 25 quid, I'll give you driver of the day. Not a problem. So here comes Anarchy. Is it? No, it's not. It's Panda to start his flying lap. going through sector 1. 30.222. So King Panda miles ahead of everyone, just about to finish his first flying lap in ever-changing conditions. There we go, it's a 37.7. Who got next across the line? That is Aniki Reaper. Here he goes, across the lines, 37.1, 6/10 clear. Got an Aston Martin coming over the line. It's not him, it is Kane. There goes Kane, 37.9. Everyone in the 37 so far. There's Chip. No, it's not Chip. It is Nat. Nat coming over the line. Nat goes in the middle of a 37.190. Not quite enough for Aniki Reaper. Got a Haas coming round now. It isn't Anderson, it is Max. Was there someone in front of him as well? That was James Brown just in front of him. Max with a 37.927. James Brown with a 37.803. Got a kick salva going. That was Gainful. Who's that crossing the line? That was Chip. 38.1. Another Haas of Anderson. Anderson jumping up just in front of his teammate with a 37.8. Wow, got no grip. He's finding more grip into the 36s for him now. Gainful is on a lap. He's quite a way back there. Coming through sector 1 now. Track's quite busy, to be fair. Gainful just keeping out of the way. A couple of people be on a recharge lap. Gainful just keeping his tyres nice and wet. Cool them down. T-Bag has started a lap as well. Not sure Gainful is on one. I know, Dino, that's what I said. I think we need to change this PSN. I have lots of grip. There's T-Bag making his way round through the speed trap. Sector 2 split for T-Bag is a 1:10.8. There's Wookie's coming on a lap as well. Gainful is coming around to start a lap. That's a slow lap there from him. You'd have been in a 135. Well, of course. But you're not here to prove it, bud. Never mind. There you go. T-Bag puts himself in the middle of the pack. P8. Cool. He's on an out lap. Riker just coming through sector 1. It's anyone's improving. And there's James Brown marginally improving. Housey marginally improving. I've got no grip, still improving. We've got a Haas there of Max. He's coming in the pits. There's Chips coming around the final corner. So Wookie, Gould and Riker not yet set a time. We'll leave it late. Chip crosses the line, puts himself in P5 in the 37.731. Howsey just pips him there to a 37.481. I've got no grip, goes faster. So Gainful with a 137.7 as well. T-Bag not improving, so he's on a recharge lap, so he's going again. Max is in the pits, he's in the danger zone. Kane is on an out lap. Wookie has done a 146, must have been a slow lap there for him. Gould's probably had an incident maybe. Gould coming round the final corner. Keeping it within track limits, puts himself P6. Good time there from him. We've got an Aston Martin. It's like Kane coming around to start his lap. It certainly is. Kane's got a clear track in front of him. Got a Ferrari of Wookie. So he's 3 seconds up, so it's a 43 something. That's in a bad incident in Sector 3 last time. There we go. Wookie goes up there on the front row with a 36.8. So Kane 4/10ths over his time in Sector 1. It's not a good start for Kane. He's just started a flying lap. He's Gould, no Gould, not improving. James Brown isn't improving. With Riker as he goes through Sector 1. Kane's approaching the speed trap. So slightly up for Riker. Kane's still 4 seconds over. He's charging. He's jump on with Riker because he's going to move. Got Max back out on an outlap as well. Panda on an outlap. So 3 minutes 40 to go. Got Kane coming round the final couple of corners, and he's going to start another lap there. Riker through the speed trap. Let's see where his split is at Sector 2. He's a 10th over his time. Here's Kane coming round. Turn 3, turn 4. So he's 1.2, let's say 1.2, just over a 10th improvement on his time. T-Bag and Anderson still in the pits, they'll be coming out soon. Panda is on track. Panda, he's just come through turn 3 and 4. Kane approaching the split Sector 2. He's lost time. Not good this for Kane. We've got Max approaching sector 1. Let's see if he's improving on his time. He's about the same as where he was previously, so not massively improving. Panda is coming through, got no grip, retiring. Kane's pitted, so he's had enough, he can't do any more, that's it. Panda coming through, approaching sector 2. So he's 8/10 up, is Panda. We'll wait for Panda to go to the end. Panda crosses the line. Wow, puts himself just behind. I've got no grip. And then Jack James Brown crossing the line. It is. And then Riker crossing the line. He stays where he is. We've got Max crossing the line. He stayed where he is. Gould is on an outlap. Housy's on an outlap. Few cars coming around here. Anderson is on an outlap. 2 Ferraris on an outlap. 30 seconds left of the session. There goes T-Bag starting his lap. Yeah, Kane's staying there, he's not moving. Chip, he's just finishing his lap, so he'll be the... Has the session finished yet? There you go. Chip finishes there, 5/10 up on his previous time. Puts himself P6. Nope, there's the session finished. So we've got James Brown's next one to cross the line. Kane is definitely out. Housy's on the touch of maybe going out. That's round the final corner comes James Brown, stays P8. No, Housey didn't. Gould is a 10 up on his time. Next one's across the line. Needs to improve because he's currently 11th. Gould crosses the line, stays 11th. Anderson crosses the line, stays 12th. T-Bag is coming to the line. It might stay as it is. Max Mario has jumped into the pits. So it's just T-Bag now to cross the line. And does in fact take himself into P10. And pushes Housey down to P11. Unfortunate for him. So we're losing both Hasses. A McLaren, a Williams and an Aston Martin. Chip has it there, P7 is safe, he's just coming around the final corner anyway, not improving, but made it round. So there we go, I've got no grip. Top of the charts again, with this time only 3.5 tenths. It is exciting, Dino. Indeed, you're right. So Wookie just behind him, 3.5 tenths, close between him and Wookie. So we're losing Kane, Max, Anderson, Gould, and Housey. And yes, it's still raining. So top 10. Who will be first out? Nobody out yet. Oh, there we go. We've got I'll be right back. Gonna grab myself a drink. So back just in time for. Ooh, Nat will be the first one to go across the start-finish line to start his lap. Nat, then Chip, then Reaper, indeed it is. It is indeed, hindsight, a wet race. It's wet everything. Wet right through. Evening, how's he, bud? Unfortunate there to be knocked out. Teabag just taking the edge there and putting a good time in at the end. Yeah, there's water everywhere. It was tactical, of course. I like it. So the only person left in the pits here. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I've got no grip. It's the only one left in the pits. Everybody else is out on track. So Nat is coming round to finish his first flying lap. First time on the board. Oh, just nearly invalidated there. 36.4. And then Chip will come in 37.3. Wow, that's a little bit slow. Anarchy Reaper slotting himself in there with a 37 flat. James Brown 37.3. Ferrari of Wookie 39.7. Wookie, did you leave the handbrake on? What happened there? Gainful, you are just coming through Sector 2. Riker is at the end of Sector 2. Teabag's about to start his lap. King Panda has invalidated at the start of his lap. Riker next one to set a time. Where will he slot himself? As he comes round the final corner, keeps it just within track limits, and it's P5 for Riker. I've got no grip, still in the pits. T-Bag is on a lap. Gainful crosses the line and puts a 1:36.6 in. Good time there from him. Panda has invalidated, so it's just T-Bag at the moment. Not much battery left for T-Bag. Wookie has indeed gone P3. Well spotted, I was watching T-Bag too much. 37.5 for T-Bag. 004. Yeah, there is only 4 sets. It was spotted earlier on. So if you use more than 2, you're compromising your race. Where's Panda now? There he is. Just heading towards the speed trap. Potentially. Have we got chips improving? No grip has just started his outlet. Here comes Panda. Panda sits in the middle, P5. So we've got a Ferrari there of T-Bag. He's in Panda. Anyone on the lap? Panda maybe? No. Gainful's marginally up sector 1. $36.6 for Annika Reaper. Gainful making his way up through sector 2. Has he improved? Track's got a dry line. 2.5 tenths improvement. That's a good time there from Gainful. $29.9 for no grip in sector 1. Gainful head into the line. Gainful goes top. 36.1. There you go, grip. Can you do that? It could also be wet in the race indeed. Yeah, Gainful's found some time there. Trackers rub it in maybe. All eyes on grip now as he comes round the final corner. Will he have improved? No, Gainful's got the edge. 36.3 for grip. Nat is improving slightly as well. Can Nat get himself up onto the front row? He's had a few poles this season. Can he do it again? Puts himself second, just 100 or 200s behind Gable. We've got Riker about to cross the line. Riker crossed the line, didn't improve. Who's his teammate? Anarchy Reaper. He crosses the line, stays where he is. I've got no grip down in P3. He's got a Gainful coming round to start another lap. Gainful thinks he can go quicker. There's the other Alpine. Got an Aston Martin, James Brown on an outlap. Ferrari of T-Bag on an outlap. Wookie improved by a 10 through sector 1. So Riker's improved by less than a 10th. Just going through sector 2. 4 tenths at sector 2. So that's a 37.1. So it'll take him halfway up the pack. Qualifying has finished, so anyone on a lap now will be able to finish it. So Riker's first. Anarchy Reaper will be second, one across the line. Then Chip and Nat. So Riker goes P6. Anarchy Reaper's invalidated. Chip is going to cross the line. Where's Chip going to be? Chip stays where he is. And then we've got the Ferrari of Wookie, who's P4. Is Gainful improving? No, Gainful's pitted. Got an Alpine of King Panda. King Panda's improved. Will he be improved enough to go on the front row? That's the question. Here comes Panda around the final corner, head into line, bit of a slide. No, P5 for him. I have no grip, comes around the corner next. He's the next one across the line, another Alpine. Has he found any more? He has! He's gone top with a 36.1 and knocked Gainful down to P2. T-Bag coming across the line and P-Bag stays P10. Wow. 5/100ths of a second and Grip does it again. Puts himself on the front row. Grip is insane. Well said, Dino. What a Q3 that was. Just found that little bit of extra grip when it was needed. So there we are. Didn't think I'd see anyone else pop in the things at the front there, but it is indeed. Grip on the front, 45 thousandths of a second behind his Gainful, and then Nat, and then a big gap of 3.5 tenths to Wookie, not followed by King Panda, not far behind. At the back we've got T-Bag. So that was Q3, over and done. So that has set the grid for the race, and it is still raining. I don't think I've ever seen in 15 seasons of CDR wet quali 1, 2, 3 and a wet race. Has to be a first. But we'll see what happens. Just remember, the race isn't won in turn 1. So here we have the formation lap. Everyone interval tyres. Everyone, as expected, is on the intermediate tyres. So we've got King Lugman at the back in P18, followed by Claymore P17, also Bosso P16. Going to be a good try from him this evening. He's good in the wet. Kane P15, and that's out at the Q2. Max Mario and Anderson, two Hatters, 14th and 13th. Max here this evening reserving for the Haas driver. Gould, one of the Williams drivers, here this evening, he's running in P12 at the start of the race. Howsey, P11, says it's all strategical. Teabag, another reserve driver here this evening, stepped in just to give us a good race. P10 for Teabag. Chip followed him in P9. Riker just in front of him in the RB, P8. James Brown in the Aston Martin in P7. Anarchy Reaper there in the RB, P6. King Panda in one of the fastest Alpines I've ever seen in P5. Wookie up there in P4. It is too late to get an invite now, the race is about to start. Nat there in P3. In the Red Bull Gameful odds there in the Kick Sauber, missing out ever so slightly on that pole position to I Have No Grip in the fastest Alpine in Tier 2. That insane lap there from him in quali in the wet as he lines up in his grid spot to absolute perfection. You can just see Gameful there as well. So, wet race on our hands here in Silverstone. Let's see what the drivers can do. Hopefully there is no safety cars. I'm assuming there might be the odd one with it being a wet race. Things do happen. Gould just missing his grid spot. So there we have it. Gameful is pointing at the way of No Grip. 5 lights are lit. Long pause and we'll go. And Gameful comes straight across to I Have No Grip, but I've Got No Grip gets away much better down the outside. Round the outside of Gameful is Nat making a move but thinks better of it, and I've Got No Grip has taken the lead well away from Gameful. The Ferrari of Wookie just behind Nat, giving Nat some stick. Everyone gets through turn 1, 2 and 3 perfectly. Teabag's dropping down a little bit. Everyone pretty much where they started, to be fair. Not many people dropping around. Teabag's got past Max Mario for an expedition there. Kane and Max swapping places. Luckman up to P13 already. As everyone's going wide, Luckman went a little bit wide there onto the rumble strip. So just have a quick look and see who has done what. Chip's up 3 places, Anderson's up 3 places, Luckman's up 5 places. Everyone else has pretty much stayed where they were. Gould has dropped down 5 to the back with his teammate Clay. I'm not sure what happened at the start, but they've had a few bad positions. The Haas of Anderson going side by side. A little bit of wing flying off there. How's he looking at the inside of Anderson? I've Got No Grip, set the fastest lap so far. Gameful is 1.2 seconds behind Grip already. He's sticking to the back of Nat quite good though. 4 cents back on him. Clay. Damage of some description. A couple of different strategies there. Definitely a one stop. Gainful dropping back slowly there from Grip. He's 1.6 seconds off the back now. Grip's going to run away with this, hopefully. Look at the dry line starting to appear. Anarchy Reaper there, all over the back of Chip. Grip setting another fastest lap of the race. Closest battle is this Anarchy Reaper versus Chip. We've got Wookie over the back of Nat. Don't think he's able to make any moves. No DRS, remember, in a wet race. So all relying on the ERS battery charge to try and make a move. Grip is flying indeed, 2.5 seconds off the front. Nice helicopter view through the final corner there. We've got a hat of Anderson. No, I thought he was going to look at making a move. He's still where he was in 15th. Luckman's dropped back down a little bit because he hadn't made a few places up. As Halsey just pulls out to have a quick look at the back of Anderson. Pulls back in again. Also Bosso still in P16 as Grip goes faster again. I think it's going to be a slow burner this one as the tyres start to wear. Even in M11, whatever your name is. Good to have you here, bud. M118. Gable's off the back of Grip, but Nat is there with him. Yeah, lots of people with punts are doing a one stuff, but if the people have had a wet quali, which we didn't have in tier 1. Mike. Hi Mike. That all makes sense. M-I-K-E, yeah. Good to have you here, bud. Welcome to CDR. What was I saying then? Yeah, lots of bugs in tier 2, with people running a one stop. But they had plenty of inters available to them, whereas these guys don't because they had a wet quali. So it'd be interesting to see whether they do a pit early and do one of the inters that they used in quali if it's worn, or whether they will gamble on a one stop and go halfway. Definitely still raining. Who we got? How's he still battling with Anderson? Anderson's looking up the side of Riker as well. Oh, nearly lost an end plate there. That's unfortunate. And Housy's sneaking up the inside of Anderson. He's got the inside drive. Can Housy make it stick? Anderson gets the outside and gets the better grip and pulls away. Housy will be fuming that he didn't get a better drive out the corner, and Anderson will be happy he kept the position. Max there, 9/10 off the back of T-Bag. Luckman dropping back as well. He's 1.5 seconds behind Max now. Kane yeah, Grip is doing well. Housy isn't doing as well. He's had a little battle with Anderson. With Anarchy Reaper there behind Chip. Oh, that was a lot of curve there for Chip. Dry line definitely appearing there as you go around turn 1, turn 2. 2/10 back is Anderson on the back of Riker. How's he still there? He's still stuck to the back of Anderson's gearbox. As Max picks up a time penalty for track limits. We did have a lot of those on Friday though. As Anderson gets very close to the back of Riker. Housy's there as well. Anderson wants a piece of Riker's gearbox. No, mate. Anderson's been racing here for... Oh, has he gone wide? How's he taking advantage? No, he can't. Anderson's been here for a while. He doesn't race all the time. He is in a full-time driver's seat. But he has raced here before for a number of seasons. And the battle will continue for another lap. Oh, we've got Anarchy Reaper and Chip swapping places. Side by side. Chip comes out in front again. Anarchy trying again on the next lap. James Brown's just sticking there behind him as well. There is absolutely no grip out there unless your name's got no grip. Yep, the Reaper is very close as Chip just pulls over to the wet side of the track just to keep his tyres cool. How's he struck? No, how's he still there? Sorry. Middle of the field is quite a battle. King Panda isn't too far behind Wookie either. Couple of little battles going on here and there. How's he again quite close to the back of Riker? Yep, indeed. It's crazy speed. As Howsy makes a move up the inside. And he's passed. What a move from Howsy. The move is done. Now he's going to chase down Anderson. Gainful odds. Not giving up. He set the fastest lap of the race so far. Riker struggling to keep up there with Housey. As Housey hunts down Anderson. Ferrari of Teabag will now be all over the back of Riker. Gap between Riker, Housey and Anderson's 1.6. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he closes the gap. Max Mario all over the back of Teabag. Kling Lutman has closed the gap on them as well, so obviously having an effect further down. Mercedes are also defending against Gould. Nothing much happening at the front. Not sticking there as much as he can. As we've got another battle here. Whoa! It's a switcheroo for Chip. Anarchy comes out back in front. We certainly are going to see these swapping places. And that's brought James Brown into play as well. James Brown's not far behind them. Lap 8 of 26. I Have No Grip has taken back the fastest lap of the race so far. So Housey has caught Anderson up. And he'll be looking to make a move on him. Housey's the quickest man on the track. He'll be looking to get that moved on Anderson as soon as possible. Chip's pop. Yeah, he's dropped back a little bit on Anarchy. He's popped over there to cool his tyres down. Kane picked up a penalty. Second driver picking up a time penalty. Clay Mull picked up a penalty as well. Third driver to pick up a time penalty. It's Clay. Housey one sub position off Anderson. This battle with the middle of the group. Track is starting to trail even though it's still raining. And the Kariba sets the fastest lap of the race. Got No Grip is now 8 seconds clear of Gainful. Oh, Wookie's close to the back of Nat. King Panda's not far behind the back of Wookie either. He's just started to struggle a little bit on pace after having such a good session. Yeah, I think Panda's had a bit of an incident. Someone's had a bit of an incident. Ooh, because Anarchy's very close. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I've Had No Grip has lost a little bit of time somewhere. It's down to 5.7. I think Wookie's got slightly higher wings than Nat. Just because on the straight he's not making any inroads into him. Oh, we've got side by side here for Panda. Panda wants a piece of Wookie's bumper. But then also Anarchy Reaper's coming into play as well. Approaching pit window territory. So I would assume if they're doing a one stop they will pit lap 12-13. As again, Anarchy Reaper looking to make a move just before going into the S's. Panda's wing doesn't look damaged. No, he's still got his end plates. They just touched him. As Riker's pitted. He's the first one to pit. And Max has pitted as well. We'll see where they come out. So Riker's pitted. 25 seconds for a pit stop. Got side by side here with James Brown and Anderson. This is close. As they go into the corner. James Brown drives around the outside. Goes wide. Anderson backs around the outside. Howsey wants a bit of this. Howsey going around the outside. And James Brown comes out in front. Anderson settles for the second place. As we go side by side again. And James Brown goes a little bit wide there. Jump on with Anarchy. Yeah, I think the track's a bit greasy. I struggled on Friday. And track isn't what you think it's going to be. So Riker's come out P16. 14 seconds behind Gould. Gainful's pitted. So this is Gainful, Nat and Wookie. I have got no grip, has stayed out. Chip's pitted. So everyone's into the pit. Anarchy repeat, King Panda have stayed out. So Max has got another time penalty. He's coming round now as everyone else in the pits. Two Alpines, P1, P2. He's not pitting again. I have no grip, stays out. Is Panda going to pit? He is. Panda's pitted. And so is Anarchy. Panda's got a time penalty in the pit lane. It's such a hard pit lane to slow down in. Anderson's in the pits. Teabag's in the pits. Gainful stays out. He's on fresh tyres. And Kane is in the pits. CB Gould. CB Gould stays out. So Gainful back up on fresh tyres. 30 seconds behind. I've got no grip. 25 seconds in the pit lane brings him 5 seconds out in front. CB Gould not stopped yet. 2.7 seconds behind Gainful. So stops wise. So Gould and I have no grip are the only ones not to have stopped yet. Come out again, Annie Kariba looking to go past Wookie. King Bandit even, sorry, apologies. As Griff has come in. Yep, Griff is in. So he's 30.5, 30.6 ahead. 25 for a pit stop on a good pit stop. So it should bring him out 5 seconds in front. There we go. Gainful is coming round. It's a long pit entrance. We knew what you meant, Dino. That's a good lead there from 7 seconds. And Gould is in the pits as well. Everyone back into the positions they were before. Everyone has now stopped just over halfway through the race. Oh, as King Panda gets a little bit slimy out of there. Looking at the back of Wookie, but too far back to make any moves. Not much going on. King Banda is the closest battle here to the back of Wookie, bringing Anarchy Reaper back into play. Grip hasn't really pulled away on these fresh tyres. Dropped a little bit from 7 to 4.95 seconds. Reaper is the fastest man on the track. So yeah, about 5 seconds lead over Gainful in this second stint. Things starting to settle down a little bit in the second half of the race. We've got No Grip right at the front, followed by Gainful. Then we've got a pack of 3, and that's Wookie, Panda. And then we've got James Brown, Chip, Riker, Anderson, Housey. And then we've got Max and T-Bag. So little groups of cars making their way around in their own little groups. And they're still chasing the back of Wookie. Just can't seem to get any purchase on him. doing his best here to defend, doing a good job of it too. Yeah, there's no grip, so everyone has to drive. Oh, a little touch there from Panda. Everyone drives a little bit slower, no grip. Makes better racing. Anarchy, he's still in touch with Panda. Oh, nearly went wide. Oh, we've got Anderson very close to the back of Riker. Riker picks up a warning. I know, that's not even a warning, it's a time penalty. Fourth driver to pick up a warning. Max picks up another 3-second time penalty. Oh, sector 3 we've got. Not sure what that was. How's he cooling his tyres down, making them last to the end of the race. Anderson trying to take a shortcut underneath the back of Riker. Didn't really work. Yeah, reverse dropping it. Yeah, down to 8 as he was up behind Panda. There's Howsey in the background, just keeping his tyres cool again. Gap at the front's back up to 8 seconds. Oh, as Anderson's making a move up the inside of Riker. Be careful. Howsey doesn't get advantage of that as well. Riker gonna come back at him. I got Wookie in the pits. Wookie's come out last. Back up to the front. And if you rework. Oh, he's gaining there on Chip. He's gone. And if Uribe passes Chip, those tyres must be starting to go. Yeah, Wookie's bottled it. But he's at the back of the pack now. So there's 7 laps left. He should really go to the end. And Nat has pitted as well. Only 6 laps old. And so is James Brown. Everyone's pitting again. Really? After 6 laps? And the tyre's gone? Really didn't expect this. Unless Housey was right and they've used their tyres, all the tyres in quali, and they only had one fresh set of inters. Because there's no way. Yeah, there's no way they've only lasted 6 laps. Unless they've used them in quali and burnt them all out. Then that doesn't make a lot of sense. So Housey might have been onto something there. Because I don't think they'll be that much quicker on these tyres. Because I think they're going to be used. Housey. Anderson looking around the outside of the chip. Oh, a little bit of a... As into the pits comes Chip, is it? It is. Everyone's into the pits. That's how Chip, Kane and Max into the pits. Just looking over, Max has actually got a worn set of inters. They're already 7-8% worn, so that must be what's going on. Everyone's got worn tyres. Side by side here, Housey just goes round the inside. Forces Anderson slightly wide. Ooh. 13 seconds the lead now. And T-Bag and that's swapping places. Grip must have been very bored, yeah. Also, Bosso back in the pits. He's in P15. He's on softs. No, it's raining. Also, what are you doing? What? That's not going to be drivable. That no time. This ain't gonna work. It's too wet. Closest battle at the moment is Wookie on the back of Luckman. Also 6.3 behind Max, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if he's gaining 7.2. No. Also, definitely made a mistake there. As up the inside goes a Wookie on Luckman. Will Teabag let his teammate through when he gets there? Yeah, also 9 seconds, he's going the wrong way. He will be catching his teammate. There he goes, and Teabag moves out of the way and lets his teammate through as a reserve driver. Osso's back in the pits. What are you going for, Osso? Mediums, hards, full wets? Let's have a look. Good team play that from Teabag, because it's points for the Ferrari team when he's just reserving. Anderson picks up a time penalty. Reaper is he's catching in 2 seconds. Yep, Riker still in the back of Anderson, still there. Anderson's winning this battle. Ooh, in the back of Luckman as well. Oh, the back of Gould is James Brown. That was a sneaky little pass for there from James Brown. Houses into 1.7 behind Anarchy Reaper now. Yeah, the penalty for Panda's going to be knocking right down. We're watching a little battle here between Max and Kane. He's just within a second now of Anarchy Reaper. Those tyres must be, well, 11 versus 10, not mad. That's down there, P8 on 4 lap all fresh tyres. Penultimate lap. One more lap to go after this. Teabag's in the pits. Teabag's retired. James Brown on the back of Luckman. That's not got anything soon. How's he 7/10 behind Anarchy? So interval lead there. Yeah, Panda, that 10-second penalty there is going to take him right down. James Brown, the back of Luckman here. So we've not seen an awful lot of him. But we'll jump on board here for I Have No Grip. He's been out the front since the start. He's 21 seconds ahead. To be fair, he's driven a great race. We haven't seen a lot of him. Not really a reason to see a lot of him. Luckman's dropping back. Can't say lap 25 went any longer than the rest of them, to be honest. About the same. But I Have No Grip, as I say, he's driven a faultless race, start to finish and quali. Put himself on the front row. Gainful did what he could. Gainful had no answers for Grip as he just drove away into the sunset. As he comes round the final few corners, I Have No Grip does in fact take the win for the Alpine, 23 seconds ahead of Gainful. Jump on with Gainful as Gainful comes round the final couple of corners as well. Take nothing from Gainful. He's driven a superb race as well, put himself on the front row, and he stayed on the front row as he comes round the final corner to take P2 in the British Grand Prix. Yeah, as Grip, as Panda even, sorry, does end up in P5 with that 10-second penalty. Really unfortunate there for him. I say, Dino, yeah, great racing player from Gainful. I wouldn't say an overly exciting race, a straightforward race, not very many battles, couple of battles in the middle of the pack, consistent. But it wasn't eventful. It was a clean race from what we saw. And there he is. Changed his name by default to I Have Lots of Grip. Because he won the race by a mile. I got no grip, fastest lap as well. He is the race winner. And the most overtakes was gold. There we go. So there we have the final results. 1:37.829 there for the fastest lap of the race as well. So Alpine have done really well there. Being scoring first and fifth. Shame that Panda had that penalty. So there we are. Gainful, Anarchy Reaper, Howsy, Panda, Anderson, Nat, Wookie, Riker, James Brown, Chip, Luckman, Gould, Kane, Max, Osso, T-Bag, and Clay with the DNFs. So that is your results. I will jump into the party chat and let's add the drivers and see if they want to have a quick chat before we call it a day. So we want I Have No Grip. I Have No Grip. Anarchy Reaper. I'll be back in 2 secs. I'll start with Gainful because he's here. Um, Gainful, what a drive from you, bud. That was you gave it everything. You had no answers. You did what you did. You put it on the front row. I have no grip. Took the pole off you. That was unfortunate. Um, but you gave it everything from what we saw. You gave it what you could. I said that a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's yeah. Yep. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was about 5 seconds, I think, when you came up. 7 seconds, sorry. Yeah. 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 Okay. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I think a few drivers did that. I think a few drivers pitted twice just because they had worn inters. Because it was a wet everything, you only got 4 sets of inters, I think. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, just don't get a puncture because that happened on Friday, and we had a dry quali but a wet race, the whole thing, and people were getting punctures at the end. It's frustrating at the end when that happens, but yeah, if you can manage your tyres like you did, you get on the podium and you do what you did. Yeah, congratulations, well done on your P2, mate. All right, no worries. We'll come to Grip in a minute. We jumped Anarchy because he wasn't here. So congratulations on your podium.
Thank you very much, mate. Good evening.
Yeah, evening, bud.
Good to get a podium in CDR.
Excellent. That's what we like.
100%. I think top four, no TC as well, so even better for the TC guys. In the wet, big it up.
Oh,
But yeah,
what a
it was
race!
good. It was
What?
good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So you got Panda had a 10-second penalty up front, so he dropped down and you took the podium. So good going for you. Excellent drive.
Yeah, to be honest, we had a good little battle. I had a little send, so apologies for that, Panda. I tried it and it didn't pay off, but you
Yeah.
got to try these things sometimes.
Yeah.
So fair play, but
Didn't you
I
have
managed to catch him back up. So
you had a couple of things with Chip? Did you buy? Was that yourself?
I had a couple. I had a couple brave overtakes
Yeah.
sorted out, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I knew I needed to get by, so I tried and tried and tried, and then in the end, I thought I've got to have a go. So I
Yeah.
did, and then it paid off in the end. So
Yeah.
thankfully,
Because Chip was one of those that pitted towards the end, lap 2021, I think he was.
yeah, yeah,
So you pitted lap 13, didn't you? The 13 laps on
yeah,
each.
yeah, 13 laps on each. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably the best sort of strategy.
I think I was up there with 75% by the end, though. To be honest with you, it was getting a bit hairy
It
early
does.
in the race.
Yeah. Congratulations. Nice to have you on the podium.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right. No worries,
No, no.
Mr. Grip.
Hello.
Hello, bud. Congratulations. What a win.
Thank you very much.
What what a drive.
Yeah, I was in the zone for that.
Yeah,
I was in a party chat for that. I was silent the whole time. So
yeah. You were in a league of your own there, but that was as I said then, I don't know whether you hear, Gameful just gave everything he could, but he had no answers. You just had all the answers.
That was good fun. I hear that maybe tier two or tier one, big boys, do well, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I think your time in tier three may be limited, but we'll see.
Dan is listening.
Uh,
Watch the ball. That's how it is.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But no, congratulations on your fastest lap, your pole position, and also the win. So yeah, it's a triple for you today.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Oh,
The qualifying was really, really close, wasn't it? So
it was. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was right in there.
You did. Yeah. I didn't think anyone was going to beat Gameful, but you just threw it in there and yeah, took it.
That was good fun, good race.
Excellent.
So GG still got no safety cars today.
Yeah, yeah, no safety cars. Excellent. Brilliant race. Thanks for joining us, guys. Really good to talk to you. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
So there we have it. That is the end of Silverstone. Join us next week for Japan. Until then, we'll see you then.